Hello there, my crafty friends. It's Ashley Pfeiffer, the maker behind Stamped AF. I want to thank you so much for stopping by. This is the July Creativity Without Borders bonus project. So Kelly and I have decided to work with the So Much Happy bundle. It is wonderful. You may have passed right by it in your first couple glances through the catalog, but OMG, it is so much fun. So much fun. Before I get to my bonus project, I just want to show you, this was a video I shared this past Monday, not even a week ago, using that same bundle, and then I brought in a hippo. So there are so many possibilities with this. You will definitely not regret getting this kit. So in this kit, there is the option, of course, to add on the bundle, but you are going to get a full package of the Playing with Patterns DSP. You'll have to forgive me, I don't have absolutely everything in here. I've used my favorite sheets. You are going to get the Playing with Patterns ribbon combo pack, which is these 3 fun ribbons. They are gorgeous. And then you're also going to get a full package of the Playing with Patterns Resin Dots. And then you get all of the supplies to make 2 each of 4 cards that Kelly and I have designed. So that's a total of 8 cards, plus each of us have our bonus project. So mine is this fun little cake. And I hope that's what it looks like to you. It's supposed to be like a layer cake. And there's some partial die cutting, and obviously you could write right on this, but you can also put a panel on the inside to do your writing. But it's all one piece. And it is so much simpler than it looks. Trust me, this will take us no time whatsoever. So you can use any of the designer series paper, but we're going to use this fun ombre paper. And it's hard to use that side because, of course, this side is so cute. But nevertheless, there are really not much supplies that you need for this. We have the Old World embossing folder. We have a very vanilla card mat. We've got our Playing with Patterns Resin Dots. And then we've got our ombre DSP and a sheet of crushed curry DSP. And I wanted to show you this whole thing because honestly, this card takes no time at all. You'd probably be shocked at how quickly it comes together. So I'm going to score this. This is a top folding card, so we're going to score it at 5.5. And I'm just using my Stampin' trimmer here, my paper trimmer. We're going to fold that and then cut it at 4 1/4. This is a standard A2 size card base. And then what we're going to do, I just always run my nails along that to get rid of any ridge. But what we're going to do is take this happy die, and we're going to do some partial die cutting. You can see there's so many great dies in this set. But what we're going to do is we're going to put happy like this. I don't want to put it down here because then it will cut off that top and it won't be attached. We want it to be as close to the edge as we can without actually cutting into that. So you can move it a little bit lower. This one actually, you could round off those P's. I erred on the side of caution and probably went a little bit too high. So let's try this one a little bit lower. And honestly, you don't want it to cut right there. So if you turn this around and you see that the cutting blade, like these parts are going to cut it out. So you want it below that. And I thought by having a little more space, it was less likely to tear. So let's run this through. We're also, since we have the big shot coming out, we're going to cut 2 of these, and this is what is our frosting. We're also going to cut this down, and to conserve paper, you can trim it down and have a couple of pieces, but I think for this one, we're just going to do it as one piece so that it's all solid. There's no measuring. Other than the 4 1/4 by 5.5, but let's bring the big shot in and get some die cutting work done here. So the partial die cutting is really easy, especially when you use washi tape or some kind of tape or your magnetic platform to keep it exactly where it's supposed to be. And usually I don't recommend running dies straight on like this, but we don't have a choice because this thing goes the full width of the 6 inches. So you can see that that's cut all the way through. Before I get rid of that, let's do our frosting or clouds. So we want a couple of layers here. So that will be one. And then we'll get rid of that piece. And then we'll just move this down and do another one. I don't want to have them in the same place, but like I said, these dies are 6 inches wide. So instead of moving my die over, I need to move my cardstock over because I don't want to have it where they're the exact same shape repeating. I hope that makes sense. I want it offset a little bit. Okay, so I think that's all the die cutting we need. So now we can do our trimming. So I'll bring my trimmer back in, and I wanted it, you could have it where it's going upright or sideways. And maybe we'll do it this way this time. So let's do it the full 4 1/4 wide. And we'll do 4 1/4 in length as well. I'm taking off that darkest part of the crushed curry. You could definitely cut it wherever you want. Before I get rid of that, let's trim this so that it's square. Flat on that one side. And the same with this piece. We want them about the same size. And then the touch that makes it look more like frosting, because I mean, this could be frosting, but who has ever frosted a cake where it's completely perfect? So let's put our pieces in here, and I do want to have it where it's indented. So I'm going to turn these around. I think that's the right way. It's not the end of the world, but if you turn it, you can see that now this is going to be popped up. So this uses the 3D embossing plate. So that is the blue one. So there we go. There is our frosting. Now we can remove this. We could have removed it earlier. I'm just peeling it back very gently so it doesn't tear my cardstock, although that part will be covered anyways. And I didn't use any ribbon on this one because there isn't a ribbon in this particular set that went. You could certainly add ribbon. I think the Forever Greenery trim would be beautiful. So many things. But given that we are using the Playing with Patterns ribbon combo pack, I opted to leave the ribbon off the first time. Maybe we'll use some ribbon this time. So you're just popping those guys out. This one doesn't want to come out. There we go. So now we can assemble. Let's just leave it without the ribbon. We'll do it like I did it the first time. So now we can take this piece. Oh, it's a little bit too short. Now that is okay because that part's going to be covered. So let's use our Stampin' Seal. And if you wanted a more fun pattern, you absolutely could. I just wanted something that was plain and simple and looked like a cake. Pretty sure we've all seen like an ombre frosted cake. If not, where have we been? Okay, so I'm going to line that up on the sides and the bottom. Not perfectly straight, but that is the pressure of doing it on a video. Okay, so now we can glue that part on and we can glue that part on. So this is like our double layer cake. I hope that you can see that that's what I was going for. I am going to use liquid glue because I embossed this. And those playing with pattern resin dots aren't supposed to look like anything in particular. It's just to add a little bit of texture and fun to the card. The other thing I thought was it would be cute to have like candle flames, but I don't know how you do that without spending hours on it. Okay, so I'm going to add one of the largest ones, and then we'll do one of each size. We'll do that one down here. This one about there, and one of the smallest ones over here. And like I said, you could certainly add a ribbon to this. This one's a little bit lower than it was on that one, but you've got that freedom. So I thought this was a great way to use that die and also make a gorgeous cake, right? And you can put your sentiment block on the inside, or you could just leave it as is. People could definitely write on crushed curry, right? So that is that. And you can see the difference between having more of that letter in the die cut versus leaving it the way I did here. You've got there's a little bit more to hold on to here with the peas, but it's not a huge difference. And this looks more like happy. I might just take scissors and cut those tiny pieces off, but I hope that you enjoyed that. And the registration for this class opens today. It's open now, and it closes at noon Central Time on Friday, July 24th. So you have the option of adding on that bundle or just purchasing the kit if you already have it. You do need to have this bundle in order to make these cards the way we've designed them. There's just no substitute for this one. So I thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if this is your first time here or if you haven't yet, and we'll see you soon, my crafty friends. Bye.